Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We're here. We're sitting with Luis, with CEO of Forbes Monaco and publisher Michael and Ian with the Billionaires Club. We're hosting this podcast here today. Luis, thank you for joining us. And,
pleasure.
Thank you. And Luis, so tell me, what's going on? Where are you right now? You in Monaco?
Well, I'm in Monaco, but for you guys in the US, you don't feel the pressure that we are feeling here 1,000 miles away from the war zone. So it's a little tricky. And I happen to have two workers that right now are in Ukraine, so caught in the middle of this mess. So it's very tragic. One is a young girl that was our social media, and she went to visit her father, and she got there exactly during the war, and she was sending us videos at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. of being bombarded and everything. So really tragic. So now at least it's calm because her area is in the south of Ukraine, and the Russians are occupying. So I think they stopped, there's no resistance. So now they got food and everything. So that's the sad note. And it's so close to us. There's so many Ukrainians here.
I didn't even think how close you are.
Super.
Very much so. You're very.
I think it's Miami, New York, or Atlanta, New York. I don't know. It's not very far.
Very interesting. So is that, so they're now being taken care of? It still obviously is what it is in terms of the situation. But
yes.
You can't even imagine how detrimental and crazy it may be. And you're actually kind of involved. You're directly communicating with your staff, right? You have a team that's there, I understand.
For the first time, we're publishing an issue right now. Mm-hmm. And we put her name. Her name is always in the masthead of the magazine. And we put it between parentheses, in the war zone, because she is in the war zone. And she continues to post for us because the internet is working. And it's kind of, surreal because I only saw those things in movies, I said, well, I can never think about a war. And some people, and it's not one, I have three, because there is another Ukrainian. I have two Ukrainians and one Russian working for us. And the second Ukrainian, her father is there, so in the war. So it's very surreal, but they're for the time being safe. And Monaco, we are here in this bubble because Monaco, it is a bubble. And they're talking about billionaires, so
you guys have the highest concentration of billionaires per
in the world
over there in Monaco.
In the world, we keep a good track. Back in May last year, I had a meeting with the CEO of a bank, one of the Swiss banks here, and then we exchanged data. And he had 202, I had 206 billionaires. Yeah. And it's growing. It gets another 10 or 15 per year.
That's so I would say that
Monaco is around 215, 200 something billionaires. It's a huge concentration.
Yeah. So, just to ladder and trans, a little over, from that thought, we hope everything goes well with that, of course, as best as it can come. So we're with you with that. And I already told you, you caught me. I have a big heart. I'm that type of guy. I'm a family guy. So when you said it to me, I'm like, Luis, are you okay? What can we do? You know what I mean? So we're with you with
Absolutely.
That. Yeah, moving into Forbes Monaco, you're the CEO there and you're the publisher there. It's amazing. As you know, Forbes is quite a brand. We take our hats off to it, and to you directly. You're awesome. I work with every Forbes division just about across the globe, and I love you. You're always such a pleasure to work with. And
thank you.
I'm really happy for you to meet Ian at the Billionaires Club. There's obviously a great alignment and synergy there. He communicates directly to who you talk with physically every 5 minutes. He talks to them digitally every 5 minutes. So you guys would be great friends. The relationship I built with you is awesome. Ian and I would love to come there and meet you, vice versa when you come.
Yeah, when you come down here to Miami or New York.
Yeah, Miami.
Fantastic.
Yeah, do that. And I'd love for you to explain or talk about how this came about. You know, a bit maybe of your background. I'd love to learn even myself. You know, your story.
Sure,
I know.
sure.
Very passionate.
I was not a media guy. I lived. I'm Brazilian, Brazilian Italian. So I was living in Miami. So I lived in Brickell. Then I lived.
That's where I'm at, in Brickell.
Yeah, I lived on Brickell. First Brickell Place, then Bristol. Then I went to Brickell Key 1, Brickell Key 2, and then Key Biscayne. So I had a small commodity trading firm. And in the beginning, when Russia was opening, I was very lucky. One of those cliches, you know, right place, right time. So I did very well in the trading commodities with Russia. And basically, after a while, you know, I decided, okay, I was 30 something, but I decided to retire and say, maybe I have to retire at a place that it's relaxing. Obviously, tax matter, and you know, we're not gonna hide that Monaco is a tax-free, personal income tax-free place. So I said, okay, that's the place to go. My wife is Russian, so she says, yeah, it would be great to be closer to my parents. So long story short, we moved to Monaco. So I was in commodities, in soft commodities. I traded not only physically, but in the New York Exchange. Then once you come to Monaco, it's a very small place. Today, there's 38,000, you know, residents. It's very small. 38,000, it's, you know, one block in New York or a couple of buildings.
And what's the size though? Like comparison, I've heard the size is like to Central Park. What is like the comparison?
It's smaller than Central Park. It's smaller than Central Park. It's a 1.5 square kilometers. So that would be 1 mile, 1 square mile, something like this. It's very small, but you have 150 nationalities, which is really cool. It's like a mini New York. So the first biggest community has to be French, because we are inside of the French territory. So French about 8,000. Then the second is Italian, because obviously we are 15 miles away from the border of Italy. So you have another 7,000 Italians. And then I think Brits, about 4,000. Then the rest is chopped, like 2,000 Germans, 1,000 Belgians. And then you have small groups of all possible nationalities. So it's very cosmopolitan.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to come, man. You know, you're like wheeling me in right now. I feel like I'm on like a hook right now, you know?
You should come. We have fantastic events. We had one event, and for the Billionaires Club, it's interesting. In my table, I had about 8 people. I think 6 were billionaires. You know, I invited Greek billionaires, Russian, what else? There were 2 Russians, 3 Russians, 1 Argentinian, 1 Norwegian, all in one table. And then in the event, I had 33 billionaires, just to give you the power of Monaco and Forbes combined. So just to fast forward to tell you.
Yeah, I feel like, did my invite get lost in the mail? What happened over here? No, keep us in mind. We'd love to come and showcase it. And you never know. They follow the magazine. They follow the Billionaires Club. Maybe
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're going to have other ones. I think we're planning one for May, maybe 15 days before the Grand Prix. We're not sure yet because of this problem of the war here. There is a lot of tensions because we are so close. So we'll see how it goes, but we will have other events for sure.
Oh, no, yeah.
Just to wrap it up, my quick story. So then I came here, and once you're in Monaco, among these 35,000 people, you start making friends. It's very small community. Then I made several friends, and one of them was a Swiss guy, and he says, listen, I have been invited to get involved with Forbes. and I don't live in Monaco, I live in Switzerland. Maybe you're interested. And that's how it started. And then in the end, we end up with the license of Forbes Monaco and the Benelux, Holland, Belgium, and Luxembourg. And it grew a lot. And of course, we faced COVID because we started in 2017. But I can say that from all those countries, Monaco is really special. Monaco is the perfect match with Forbes, with all the billionaires and everything. Other countries like Holland and Belgium, they don't come close to the prestige
It'll
of
be a bit harder to do what you've done in Monaco, but I think you're going to do very well. You're amazing at building these strategic relationships, which you just touched on very well, and I'm so happy you shared that story. I'm up right now. The energy's up over here. I love it. And that's what you did. So you purchased the license for Forbes Monaco to be able to be that authentic, that publisher to release material underneath the Forbes brand in Monaco.
That is correct.
And then now you're doing the same thing, extending into various other countries. You have Forbes Luxembourg you're launching soon, right? These various
Belgium, exactly.
Netherlands. Okay, that's amazing. And when are you planning on launching those? Or it's still in the process?
Well, Holland, unfortunately, we had a plan and the COVID, set us back 2 years. In Holland, the magazine is ready right now. And as we speak, we should have done last month. Now it's going to go in the next 15 days. The whole magazine is ready and that will be #1. And
awesome.
It's big. We have support of the Queen, of the Princess. It's really nice. In Belgium, we hope to do it during the summer. Luxembourg, I don't know. We have not yet put anything into gear because it takes a lot of energy, a lot of journalists, and the process is very long. And it's already
it's a full-blown machine. They're each individual machines of their own. Components, everything needs to be right? Every screw, it's a full-blown machine.
Absolutely. And we are very happy here because it's very rewarding. We had beautiful words from the Prince. Here you can see, he wrote for us a nice,
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, and it's very funny. We decided to interview him, I think it was a year and a half ago. Okay. And we didn't know exactly what he was going to say. And he made a comment that we had recorded that he says, listen, you did an amazing job. And in my country, if you read Forbes Monaco, forget about other publications. Any other publications you should disregard. And I thought it was too strong. And I told my editor-in-chief, I said, I don't think we should publish that. She says, yeah, but I have it on the record and recorded. Then I asked the palace because I said, let me ask, if we should. And came straight, say, absolutely, the Prince meant what he meant. And we published.
Love that.
And it was very, very rewarding for us.
Yeah. Forget about a blue check now on it. Forget about a verification.
Exactly.
Right there. That's
the head of state. The head of state says that we are the bbest publication in his country. I mean, absolutely, we're super happy.
That's amazing. So Luis, I'd love for you to share on what's like the day-to-day running a Forbes publication? Like, I know I see you everywhere. You're bouncing around. So what would you say briefly is like the day-to-day?
We and I would not mention other Forbes or criticize, but we stayed super loyal to the real Forbes, let's say, format. We go after billionaires all the time. And since we have an abundance here, so it's beautiful. Maybe France can put 3, 4, and the 5th magazine, they don't have anymore. We have an abundance. So we have the luxury to keep billionaires after billionaires. So the job is really interacting with those individuals almost on a weekly basis, because some, yes, they want to be a lot on the cover. Some other ones, no. for many reasons. So it's always negotiation. You go, you have lunches and coffee. So it's very pleasant. In the process, you end up, you know, knowing so many new people. Some are extremely nice. And so this is basically my job as the publisher. I'm always bringing those beautiful individuals to the editor-in-chief, and then she goes and digs the stories. So, but, you know, it happens here. And if it's not a billionaire, if it's a celebrity here, there's also tons of world-class athletes and all, you know, from Hamilton in Formula One to Djokovic, they all live here. So it's easy.
Yeah.
We have plenty of content.
Monaco's like your ballpark, right? It's a playground.
Absolutely.
You just get up, you put on the super suit, Luiz, and you do your thing. No, I love it. I swear to God, I feel that Monaco's definitely in my future because I'm the same type of guy. I'd be right next to you, Luiz. Let's bounce here. Let's go here. We gotta meet.
Absolutely.
We got a yoga practice on this $500 million yacht in an hour, right? It's just like
absolutely.
It's like
absolutely.
Yeah,
I was
ridiculous.
yeah. I was in Paris this weekend, and it was very interesting because somebody was talking to me and I said, I don't mean to impress, but I'm about to catch my flight, and I just jump on a helicopter and I go. Because Monaco has this, you know, like a taxi.
Air, right?
And the helicopter takes 6 minutes from Monaco to Nice to the airport.
Okay.
And, you know, it's so easy. I just walk, take the helicopter, and the helicopter, you know, puts me next to the airplane. I mean, there's no place in the world that you can do that. And it's like a taxi. Even the cost is like a taxi. So it's beautiful. The lifestyle here is awesome.
Unbelievable. Well, yeah, Luiz, I thank you so much. Is there anything else what else is really going on right now with any other valuable things going on, exciting stuff?
Well, Monaco, just to wrap it up, I tell you guys, there are an average of 3,000 events per year. Of course, the government considers even 30 people an event, but there are 3,000. It's a very small place with tons of culture and business events. Yeah. So right now, of course, there is I don't know if it's the United States, of course, always in advance, but there's a lot of crypto events, a lot of NFT events.
Okay.
So this is more in trendy right now.
Definitely.
Plenty. But now we're getting into the very nervous time, which is April, the Rolex Master Tennis Tournament, and the Grand Prix.
The Grand Prix, yes.
Yeah, the Grand Prix. And it's the mother of all events.
Oh,
yeah, we have it happening this year, too, in Miami. It's the first year.
I know. Yeah. I see. I mean, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so Monaco, a little bit of Monaco is coming down here too, you know?
Yes.
Things coming down. Miami, like everyone went to Miami after COVID. Like no one's in LA. I feel like a lot of attention went there.
I love Miami. I went to Miami. I lived in the right time, and I love Miami. And I miss. It's an amazing city. I love it. I love it.
You know, the last thing I want to ask you, Luiz, is what are you doing in terms of like the NFT or the metaverse space? Do you have any type of strategy for Forbes in terms of involving yourself? Like, is there something you're thinking about?
Well, the last event we had, which was November, just 3.5 months ago, it was about NFT and art. And we just tested the waters, and we sold some artwork, about $500,000 in 30 minutes, and it was very good, including some of the digital posters of just like this one of Forbes. Okay. It was very successful. And right now we do have a couple of projects that we're working on, a Forbes Monaco in the metaverse. We have one company here, some young guys making the metaverse of the whole country, of the whole Monaco.
Oh, wow.
And then we're going to have our office inside of this metaverse.
Yes. And they're like virtually developing it physically on like a digital plot of land, right?
Exactly.
Wow,
Exactly.
you're going to have a Forbes Monaco like office or hub in that, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So cool. So cool.
Well, we are trying to follow the US, which is always ahead.
I know you're always on it. That's why I asked you. And look at the answer you gave me. It's so awesome. But keep us in the loop with that, because we're definitely developing in there, and I'm sure we'll be talking about, things we'll be doing there together. So I just want to thank you so much for the time and joining us. Like, I don't want to say it again, but we love you. You're an inspiration in this publishing space. Yeah, Ian and I, we speak to the exact community. As you know, we have a lot of alignment and synergy, and that potential to build a mutually fruitful long-term relationship, which I'm so happy and grateful for to say we built together already, Luis. It's been
Thank you both.
Yeah.
Thank you both. It's been a pleasure. And well, thank you. And definitely let's stay in touch.
Of course.
I think there are so many synergies for us to explore, for sure.
100%. All love. All right. Have a great day ahead, Luis.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Have a good one.